Have you ever just woke up one day and just got to thinking like, man, something got to change? Like really, like have you ever just looked at your life, looked at the people you hung around with, look at your family, your friends, co-workers, just looking at everything like, damn, how'd I find myself here? Have you ever just looked around and just thought like, man, everything is just so fake. Everything just, people lie for no reason. People always coming with some type of motive, some type of agenda, just all type of madness, right? Well, you definitely not alone, because I've been there before and I really understand that feeling, right? And the thing is, you get to different points and times of your life where these questions come back up, right? And sometimes you might feel guilty about feeling these feelings, right? Because the feelings that you have and the questions that you have, they may be directed towards people you really love, people you truly care about, but you just can't shake that feeling, right? Man, you're not alone. I promise you on that. When you get the feeling like that, instead of looking outward, instead of looking at everybody around you, instead of looking at everything around you, that is the perfect time to look in the mirror, to look at yourself, to examine how true are you being to yourself? How real are you being, right? Because if you're dealing with a bunch of fake folks, if you're dealing with a whole bunch of nonsense in your life, a whole bunch of chaos, it's not necessarily whatever is outside of you that's causing that. Sometimes you got to look at what your motives are, what your agendas are. What beliefs do you currently have that's contradicting how you're feeling, right? In life, it's normal to outgrow ideas. It's normal to take on new values. And in today's world, social media, where it's an onslaught of information, right? We're living in the information age. And in the information age, it's a bunch of misinformation and disinformation. And it's up to you to sift through this stuff to figure out what are facts, what is truth, and what's not. With so many different narratives being sent to you, with so many different perspectives, and different people have their perceptions and perspectives like we do, sometimes we take on other people's thoughts. We take on other people's beliefs because we think like that may be true. Sometimes it starts off in childhood with your parents or your guardians, their ideas, their beliefs, they inflict that upon you. Then it goes to school, then it goes to society, then it goes to work, the news, social media, everything. All of these different outlets are aiming their thoughts and views onto you, projecting this onto you. And sometimes we take on these different things. Sometimes we take on different struggles and different fights because we feel like that's the right thing to do. But sometimes the way we feel, quote unquote, just isn't true, just isn't reality. You may feel like someone cares for you or love you or have the best for you just because they say it. But just because someone says something or just because you feel that doesn't necessarily make it true. It doesn't necessarily make it so. And in this, we tend to fool ourselves. We tend to lie to ourselves. And the years start stacking up and we find ourselves just conflicted because on one hand, we truly believe one thing, we feel one thing, right? But on the other hand, it's just something inside of us just totally contradicting that. So I want to tell you guys, like, you're not alone with that feeling. And at that time, it's really, really, really important for you to get to journaling. Sometimes it's time to turn off the outside world, take some alone time, be alone with yourself, get to know who you truly are. You know what I mean? A lot of things that you want, a lot of your motives, your wants and needs and desires, they don't always originate with you. And sometimes those things we pick up along the way, that baggage we pick up along the way, we carried it and carried it and carried it. At the time we picked it up, maybe it had some use, but you could just look in your junk drawer or in a closet or in a place that you may store items just to, you'll get back to it, but in most likelihood, you never get back to it because you hoarding it. We hoard ideas, we hoard beliefs, we hoard people, right? We keep people around just because we think that's what we're supposed to do. But you don't truly grow when you keep holding on to things. You don't truly rise to the place that you truly want to be if you keep on keeping everybody tagging along with you. Everybody's not supposed to be there with you, right? No matter how much you care or love them, some people are holding you back. Some people are dead weight. Some ideas and thoughts are holding you back. Some of it is dead weight. And a lot of times we take on the identity of the beliefs and the thoughts that people project upon us, and we wake up and find ourselves having this conversation we having today. So I just wanted to jump on here, chop it up with you who may be feeling like that, chop it up with you and let you know there's nothing wrong with feeling like that. You don't always have to reveal everything to people. You don't always have to be trusting. Some things you could keep to yourself. Some things you just may want to journal. Some things you might really want to take a moment to really think it out, to really process it. In this social media age, it's a microwave age. Everything is just like that. All the headlines, people jump to conclusions without understanding all of this stuff has a narrative. All of this content is produced for a reason. And it may not always be for your best interest. Different people come with their own agenda. And having agendas isn't necessarily a negative thing, because we all must have an agenda. We all must have a purpose. We all must have a mission. But you have to remember that your mission and your agenda is not necessarily the next person's, and vice versa. So get to know you. Get to know what your true wants, what your true needs are. Take some time with that. That's not something that you have to figure out overnight, but it is something that you do have to take time out to really ponder, to really think about, so that you can start making those necessary changes. And I get it. Change is hard. Change is difficult. But the only constant is change. Everything is continuously changing. Nature is always changing. The seasons are always changing, and so are you. The beautiful part is you can participate in changing the direction of your life in the way that you truly want it to go. You can become the person you want to be instead of the person everybody else wants you to be. You can't be everything for everyone, but you should be everything for yourself. You should be the one that loves yourself, cares for yourself, considers yourself, helps yourself, heal yourself, feed yourself healthy food, exercise regularly, consume things that's gonna help you on your mission instead of someone else's mission. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to care about people or help people and serve others, because we gotta be of service to the world. But the best servers are the ones who serve themselves first. What I like for you all to do next is hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime a new video drops. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, and I thank everybody who's jumped on and helped build this community. I want it to keep growing. I want us to keep on learning and keep on becoming better versions of ourselves. Share this message with someone who you feel like it may be benefit to. Till next time, you all be safe. Peace.